one or number 2 or what the ranking is, but it is what it is. The crowd is here. They're going to have an enjoyable game, but I tell you, it would be something different if the students were plentiful in the stands right now.
Totally different vibe, but this is always a fun place to watch a college basketball game. And here is Andrew Rohde, one of a number of newcomers to this roster this year. The Virginia transfer whips it to the corner for Blackwell, who's got 18 points a game to his name, including those big jumps early in the year. As that is up and good. A good start for Blackwell.
When you don't have a really good shooting game, you're anxious to get back on the court. Practice is one thing, but in the game, that's where you want to be. So to be able to come out and hit that first shot, see the ball go through the net, that has to inspire a lot of confidence.
Yeah, just 8 points in 28 minutes against Bart Lundy's Milwaukee Panthers the other day. This to the corner for C.J. Cox, no dice. Boyd in transition, in a hurry, and second chance, 2 and a foul for Winter, and early discontent for Purdue.
Because all eyes were on Boyd, we're able to clean up the mess and now get an old-fashioned three-point play.
And a very strong start for Wisconsin, who has had some slow starts early in the year. They have some big losses on the board, 28 to BYU, Nebraska by 30, which looks better and better every day considering what they did to Michigan State at the Vault last night. Now here they play Braden Smith into the corner. That's really good defense.
Braden Smith going east to west. That's sideline to sideline. That time, nice shot. And you don't want him to be able to turn the corner, because if he does, he's going to cause a lot of problems for the interior defense of the Badgers.
Here he tees up a 3 and misses wide right. Gets his own rebound. Short corner jump is pure.
And that's his shot. That little fade away to the baseline. He shoots about 40% from the three-point line, but he loves to either get that pull-up at the free throw line extended or on the baseline.
Tried to defend there and gave the old Matador act to Blackwell.
Blackwell once again. The best way to keep the defense on their heels is to attack them off the dribble. So very intuitive of Blackwell that time to put it on the deck and attack Smith.
Oh, and that's going to be a hold.
Get up into the body, Bieliauskas.
Loyer a miss. He's just 11 for his last 41 after a scintillating start from 3.
Yeah, he's a shooter. You let him, if he has really good looks, you're not mad at the misses.
How about the engine on Blackwell so far tonight? Looks like he woke up and said, I'm going to take over a game today. Look at Boyd trying to get the crowd into it. He's a transfer and he's conducting the Madison Orchestra. Oh, nice dip in for 2 for Loyer.
Best way to get a shooter involved as Blackwell is to be able to get an easier shot. And I'm not saying the difficulty wasn't there, but that's a layup as opposed to a deep three-point shot that's contested.
It's a turnover. It's C.J. Cox. And he has it stuffed out by Winter. Punched away by Loyer. Smith recovers. They tried that pocket pass, little redirect, ended up with Kaufman-Renn anyway. Cox has had another nice look, and he buries this one. That shot's going to be there all night.
Well, the skip pass on that short roll is going to be there if you're in rotation. And that time, you don't want to give up a layup, so you give up a contested 3.
And now this is not your grandfather's Badgers. They will hook up some 3s now.
Well, 31 a game. I mean, this is a whole different offense. It's not the swing offense that you're accustomed to. And there's that skip pass
exactly
in the corner.
What we're talking about. Loyer for 3.
Well, it's because of where Trey Kaufman-Renn caught the ball. It was below the free throw line. Now you condense the defense. And when you help from the corners, even though Loyer's been struggling from his shot, you get him an open one. As you know, he can knock it in like he just did.
I mean, he's 50% for the first dozen games this year. That floater good for Bieliauskas, the Lithuanian freshman. Boy, rare is the day where you put 4 freshmen in your top 11 for a college basketball team, but that's what Wisconsin is.
Well, unless you're Kentucky. John Calipari, it wouldn't seem like everybody in the starting lineup was a freshman at one point.
Back in the day. And he ends up on the ground. This is off Wisconsin.
Early on by Purdue.
So the spacing matters. Why? For the layperson out there.
Because if you can be able to sink the defense within the lane, you got shooters in both corners. Now it's about picking the right target, putting it on time and on target so your shooter will make the defense pay for tapping inside the TKO.
Miss there for Jakari Harris, who's on the floor. Tough long step for Boyd, and he's still finished. He got a little help in the back, and that leads to a whistle. Boyd says it's his ball. He's wrong. But the energy, I mean, he has been the leader of the band so far tonight for the crowd, at least.
Think about this. He's been on the biggest stage, national championship game. So he's, when they're during their national championship run, at Florida. So it's one of those things where he understands the challenge of guarding Braden Smith, and beautiful play execution that time by Purdue once again. Is that when he does come off a curl, that you're there to be forward a little bit more to commit that foul. So see, force him to have to curl inside, go into help rather than having a clean look at a curling three-point shot.
If you have any contacts for the Smithsonian, let us know. I just missed a free throw for only the 4th time all year, and a foul called against Jacobson there, as Winter will go to the free throw line. The 7.
Jacobson just enough time in that drop coverage to be able to provide a nice little slot to pass it over to Nolan Winter.
Okay.
Why, I still don't know. I said, you know, I'm going to walk off dinner to a nice little cigar place and, you know, crisp fresh air. 5 steps in, I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, if you saw a guy last night clinging to a 64-ounce thermos of tea, it was Jim Johnson. Down low, Jacobson off to pivot, and he rolls it in. They've had a 7-footer for 14 straight years at Purdue. He clears it by 4 inches, and Purdue within 1. Rapp sinks a 3. Austin Rapp, who was starting early in the year, the Aussie, buries his first bucket.
Yeah, 0 for 3 against Milwaukee. Once again, one of those shots that you shoot with confidence, but you love to see it go in early and see if that can inspire Rapp a little bit more offensively.
Look at that shot fake for Smith. We've seen it for years. He goes into the full Stretch Armstrong coil.
And you know, defenders, you always say to yourself, don't go for it. Don't go for it. And you end up fighting for it.
You can't help it, right? It's his instinct.
Yeah, it's his instinct. Trying to get this mismatch inside to Rapp, but didn't get it.
Blackwell probing, got the kick. It's Rapp again. That one's no good. Smith and Loyer playing together. Such a sense of where one another is. There's a lob. Jacobson got crowded out by Rapp. On the drive, it is 2 for Winter. It's a nuclear Winter early. With the slip on the lob, big to big. Jacobson on Winter, and he's got 4. Jacobson draws Purdue within 2.
And the Trey Kaufman ran a little pump fake to the corner, took Blackwell off the body of Jacobson, and you're 7-4, you just got to throw it up in the air. Let the fella go get it.
Well, they're kind of working off the plays from earlier, right? When you pump that corner, if you made it earlier, yeah?
That's it. Boyd
for 2, but that is the knowledge of the game you were talking about with Boyd. He's played in so many big college basketball games.
Well, think about it. This Wisconsin team loves to shoot the 3, but right now they're dominating in the point. 14 of their 22 points have been inside the red painted area.
Kaufman then takes a spill, and this springs out of bounds. It is Purdue basketball.
What? My bad. I missed that one. Not that I'm going to make it up to you, but that I did miss it.
Jacobson the screen. Smith has 2 on him. Jack Benter had a big game last time out. There is Jakari Harris on the miss, and the rebound collected by Rhodey. Tough play on the sideline by Kinziger in just his 3rd college basketball game. They're thinking about redshirting him. He's cold off the bench, saving a ball in front of the scorer's table.
He's young, folks. He got legs that can go for days. He doesn't have to worry about getting warmed up.
Out of bounds to Wisconsin when we come back.
trying to look for that and take it away, and that's when the sprays out threes begin to open up and be a little bit easier to get when you're attacking the paint.
They have 16 points from 2, as that is probably not that necessary from Black. Purdue forces you into 7 feet away from the basket plus, which is bottom 25 in college basketball. They typically don't allow all this work at the rim. Harris bags a 3 off the find from Braden Smith.
The patience that time of Smith to drag the defense in a little bit. And when you're playing with Smith, you just have to find the open areas. And Jakari that time, right there at the top of the key, able to deliver.
Rody weaved his way in there, and that is 2 for a 3-point lead. Look, Greg Gard is trying to figure out his lineups. He's got Will Garlock, the freshman from Middleton, Wisconsin, out on the floor using a couple reserves and freshmen together. He got 11 guys he's going to play.
And then, you know, normally you're talking about an 8 or 9 man rotation. Speaking of which, there's that pick and roll again. He's an open shot, and it pays to be 7 foot. Having that many in a number of years, in the last number of years, is just uncanny. Beautiful. Nice rotation by Rody. It's on Clough. Thought he had an easier shot, but excellent rotation on the baseline by Andrew Rody to kind of break that play up.
Screen there from Rapp. They force Blackwell to give it up, and that pass ended up in Lake Mendota.
That's break. So Purdue, really early on, by being attacked off the dribble, you're either taking it out of net or you're getting a nice rebound inside. You're not getting those breakout shots to get out and get some easier baskets. So excellent game planning early by the Badgers.
And pair that with only 2 turnovers for Wisconsin. You're looking at no live ball turnovers, basically. Clough down low has been so efficient. That just spat out in the rebound for Wisconsin, and Boyd.
I think Winter had a little bit to do with that excellent hand in the foul right here in Blackwell. Clear path.
Yeah.
Because you're not going for the ball. It's in the NBA.
Then you end up with a free throw on the ball.
And the ball in the side, yep. Or where the infraction took place.
Kaufman bluffed the pass to the corner. He'll pivot and score. See, pick your poison, right?
Pick your poison. But that's someone who's seen a lot of defenses. You see how patient and poised he was, even with the help, kind of reestablish his post position.
Oh, Clough looking for a big guy touchdown. Instead, here is Meyer on a drive and kick to the corner. Extra pass, Loyer. Drive and a foul.
Game in your mental game.
Good point about the defense, too, because Rody, because of the passes earlier, had to be stuck.
Had to get back to that corner.
Yep. And Kaufman, to your point, knows that now with how much basketball he's seen.
That's right. He's been there, seen it all, man.
So now Blackwell off the floor. Janicki comes in to play that spot. And we'll see what Wisconsin does to put points on the board. Rody on the kick. Janicki to the corner, 10 to shoot. Boyd has Kaufman flying at him. He couldn't recover. Winter hanging in the air, couldn't score. Nice rotation by the guards.
That's right. It could have been a wide open layup and really good transition offense. Just a missed shot by Cox by the Boilermakers.
Boyd driving by Loyer. The floater is smooth.
I like the decision. You attack the closeout. It was a little traffic, but Nick Boyd said no problem. Off the glass for 2, trying to get the crowd back in this game.
Wisconsin's won back-to-back games against Purdue, including a 58-point second half at Mackey last year. Drops it off. Here's Loyer down the back door. That was nifty. Couldn't finish. No rim. They got to shoot. Loyer to Meyer. Late shot clock. It's good. You worked so hard against this efficient offense, and that's your prize.
But it's not guaranteed that when you make the right rotations, you're in the right position defensively that you're going to get a stop. Sometimes good teams and good offenses will beat really good defense.
We talk so much about time on task and just being in this program. Even Mom is calm. Vinny was just nodding to ABBA, which was playing in the background like she's been to 100 games before. Trey Kaufman-Renn off the 5th Wisconsin turnover. They'll double him. It didn't get there in time. That 2 is good. Boyd was late.
And let's not bury the lead. Coming out that timeout, Greg Garvey had a play drawn up. But Braden Smith, because the scouting report read it, got the steal, and as a result, Trey Kaufman-Renn able to pay it off on the offensive end.
And he's waiting for Rohde, who pulls up for 3. That's why, and it's out of bounds off of Purdue.
You can manufacture, i.e. points or fouls, if you execute the play. That time,
sometimes Brady Carrington just hits from the Culver's logo.
Look, underneath out of bounds, drilled up to perfection. Carrington able to find enough space, and with no hesitation, straight off the bench, nails a 3.
It's like watching the Sugar Bowl for your football analogy. Sometimes you just have Trinidad Chambliss. Like he just does something and beats somebody. Off the spin, Kaufman-Renn digging hard. He missed it, and the rebound for Wisconsin trying to run. Carrington wants it on the skip. Instead, wrap a rainbow. That's no good. Smith trying to tunnel through. Somehow control that story. This is so sweet.
You remember Chris Paul? He would get to the right side of the elbow and fade back.
Yep.
This is very reminiscent and similar to that. That he loves to get right, and he'll fade away. So he's very comfortable, as you see, even with that baseline, to not get another turnover. Unforced that time by Purdue.
Smith
in Wisconsin, and Smith missed that one in transition.
Yeah, you stare down the barrel of that for too many times in a game, you're probably going to eat one. Rohde knocked away. Smith to the floor and out of bounds. You have to do that all the time.
Yeah, and Pops was like, yeah, he's out. Get out.
There's Garlock, the big, handing for Rohde. Kinziger for Carrington. No good. Carrington wanted a foul. Instead, we get a whistle on the floor before the shot. Less than 15% of their points on free throws all year.
Well, but also, too, this is a solid defensive team. They're not going to come up with a lot of steals per game as compared to other defenses, but if they collapse, they beat guys to slot positions, they force you to throw the ball back out, and then they finish their defense by rebound too often.
You say that like somebody who's done that before.
Oh, a lot of times. What do you mean? Me and Cookies go hand in hand, man.
Pretzels.
That's right.
Braden Smith sweeping in, whirling in a stuff. That's just the Globetrotters at that point.
And sometimes it's hard to get fancy when you know what you're doing.
Another assist for Braden Smith. That's number 3. He's 6 away from tying the Big Ten record. Carrington. Somehow it sits down. He's feeling it right now.
So you think that he's brought in to shoot threes? Do you think maybe that's his calling card?
Hey, look, he says he wants to be an agent when he's done playing basketball. Like, you know, if you're an agent, you got to have your guy get points. Loyer sidestep. It ended up right with Smith like they planned it, and Jacobson's going to the foul line.
I love fun facts, though.
Okay, so you would think it's because, like, badgers are indigenous to the lakes here, right?
You would think.
It's because back in the day, the iron miners lived basically underground while they were mining, and to show the ruggedness of the program, they called Wisconsin the Badgers, to sort of grind and dig like miners.
So that's what you were doing all afternoon?
That's right. I was underground.
You were doing little facts and getting some history right now and some fun facts, huh?
Yeah.
I like it, though.
Maybe get you a library card. Here's a 3 for Bielyauskas. That's no good. And the rebound for Braden Smith.
I wish we were doing an Oklahoma game. I would give you the one on how they became the Sooners.
Which is? You can do it.
I went this way.
Okay.
It's called a tease.
Is this the second half tease?
Yes, a tease.
Brought to you by Ram. Here's Smith on the drive and kick. And Harris, no. Carrington has been a very willing shooter since coming in. Smith's got to be on alert. Instead, Winter the trailer, and he's going to the free throw line. Tim Burr.
If you're not on the side of the body of a player.
Free throw shooter, 80%. He misses short twice. He's played 15 minutes.
You know, an 80% free throw shooter, that math is not math.
This one's good. 1 for 3, so Purdue dodges one there, leading by 2, under 3 to go in this first half. Wisconsin has been giant killers of Purdue a handful of times. Oh, stuff on the back end for Jacobson.
Because the ball is moving. It's not staying on one side of the court. The best way to attack a defense is have it moving in their shooting pocket. If it's at their ankles, below their knees, that second and a half that they're open will be taken away if that pass isn't where it needs to be.
And that gets even tighter of a window in the NBA. Carrington, oh, it's a flyby to the Stars, and that's no good. Rebound, Clough. Loyer swooping in. He'll lob it up, no, and a run out for Janicki.
Wisconsin has numbers here.
They'll put him into Winter, who is fouled.
Right down the guts of the defense in the lane. Beautiful.
Was a volume shooter in his short time. He made 2 threes. That who's been off the floor for the balance of the second portion of this first half. He's got 2 fouls. Kaufman ran the screen, little pass to him at the foul line. And that floater is cashed as always.
Patience. He knows exactly what spot, where his sweet spot is at to get that running. I don't know if it's a jump hook, if it's a push shot. Oh, speaking of which, beautiful move.
On the gas pedal, Boyd for 2. His driving ability has been a game changer. Got a smile on his face. He hunkers down to defend Braden Smith. A pocket pass, Clough rising for 2 and a foul.
Rub that in.
Yeah, to an extreme amount. Free throw no good for Clough, who's an 80% shooter in his own right from the foul line. Down to a minute. Boyd defined to the corner, and Carrington is out of bounds.
No travel. I think he's at the rim and maybe for a possible 2 right there.
I thought Raph was here for a second.
Puppies? That's right.
Keep them organized, Jimmy. Clough shows the screen. Smith works off of it. Drops it off. And a stop. Assist number 6. Smith to Clough.
4 more.
I mean, he's already got 30 games in his career with Steelers when they play the Browns nowadays, by the way. Last week was a mess. Boyd on the drive. Pass Kaufman, ran too strong. Follow. Wrap. Yes. Purdue and Wisconsin, they battled for a Big Ten title on this floor 4 years ago. They always find each other in close games. Smith on the drive, has it on a string, and scores. It's sat down. So calm and comfortable, and that will not be Cal Notre Dame-like contact at midcourt, and we'll go to halftime in a 7-point game.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
To get a second chance. Now here's Blackwell. See how they play with him back on the floor after missing most of the late part of that first half.
Well, let's see also too if he maintains that mindset of getting 2 feet in the paint. And how about that shot right there by Boyd? 2 feet in the paint, playing off of 2 feet, able to extend up over the top and cut this lead down to 4.
He's a great passer at FAU for that Final 14 for Dusty May. He's scoring at will tonight. Kaufman around, walks into Winter, spins by him and puts it over Bieliauskas.
Big boy move with a soft touch that time, able to get to his left shoulder in that jump hook.
There's Blackwell trying to find that paint as you were talking about. Boyd, Bieliauskas staggered. A whistle, and it's going the other way. He walked with it
on the catch to force that turnover.
And as they said in song many years ago, Clough hurts. Kaufman ran, no. Clough follows it. Cox in the corner. Got 3.
Now remember you said this about Clough, maybe offensively not having an impact. I said he's going to have an impact on the game. It's 2 plays in a row. He impacted defensively and kept that offensive set alive in order for Purdue to be able to get a second shot opportunity.
Now he shows the defense on Blackwell. Winter, too short for three. Rebound, there's Clough again. Purdue has 13 double-doubles in 13 games because of guys like this.
Tirelessly to figure out how to make that so efficient to receive the pass.
All right, so flesh that out a little bit. For big guys, why is that as that rebound ends up fought for, and Clough has it, and he barrels down the lane. That might have been on the cylinder. Kaufman got a hand on it. The front continues, and we have a timeout, Purdue. Jason, I haven't had milk in 35 years.
Exactly. Why would you promote that? Exactly.
How dare you?
How about almond milk? That help?
Kaufman wrestles through and misses and goes flying in for the rebound and can't clear it.
All right, critical stage here. Got to get an offensive possession, a positive one here for Wisconsin. You don't want this lead to continue to balloon.
Oh, Blackwell clear out. He's got 2 fouls. And then another barrel in, and that's going to be a block, and 2 free throws coming. And his father, Glenn, who was a great basketball player for Illinois back in the 80s, and Glenn felt like he wasn't enough of a combo guard when he played to have a lot of time in the league. So he immediately taught John ball handling to make sure that he had a varied skill set. It's a great note of how generational basketball gets passed down.
You fit into this position. In today's game, it's kind of positionless basketball, so you have to be as versatile as possible.
Smith again. I mean, he is predictable in his versatility. Oh boy, he was just rampaging down the lane. Free throw.
If I'm Wisconsin, I'm involving Braden Smith in every action to force him to have to play defense, to see if you can pick up that critical foul number 4 and regulate him to sitting next to Coach Painter on the bench.
Yeah, for at least a period of time, right?
Exactly.
That knocks out the circuitry of this Purdue offense in a way. Loyer pops it into the post. Kaufman around, banging and clanging and turning, and it's a whistle on the edge, and it's a
foul on the turn.
Loyer with a horse shot from the corner, basically from as far into the corner as you can be.
What did you say about Matt Painter and underneath out of bounds? Did you mention something about he's really good at it?
He's got thousands of them. he's got a whole book. As that is a miss from the corner, and Purdue will go on the flip trip very quickly. Smith with the eyes up, on the run, getting it for 2 free throws for Cox.
And it's true. Death taxes and the Matt Painter. I tell you, it was like that in NBA as Quinn Snyder. Quinn has a lot of that. Brad Stevens, when he was coaching, had a lot of side and underneath out of bounds that would get, I mean, just buckets.
Guaranteed buckets.
Yeah, guaranteed.
And, you know, if you're playing games that are 6 or 5 in Big Ten play, that's a win or a loss.
That means something when you can get those intermediate baskets off of those kind of plays.
Blackwell right into Smith. That help from Jacobson, who darkened his door. And here comes Purdue. Loyer on the no-look feed from Smith, who's got 7 assists, 9 ties Cassius Winston for the all-time Big Ten record. C.J. Cox off the bounce. Oh, yeah.
This Purdue team is just methodical in their work. You know, it's a 4-point game a couple minutes ago, and all of a sudden, this thing has ballooned double digits, of course, to 17, and you turn it over, they make you pay. Get an offensive rebound, to put it in the basket.
You probably, being an NBA player, had better fine motor skills than I did. You know what it sounded like when I played operations? That's right. That's right. We turned to Uno in our house.
That's right.
Here's Blackwell in the trees, and that's not going to go well. Braden Smith always scanning, and we get a whistle.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 fouls away from being in the penalty for Purdue. So what do? You attack the basket.
Loyer with the intercontinental step for 2.
And where was that play? It's this constant Purdue pressure that they put on you on the offensive end to have to guard multiple spots on the court, and it's not just one player.
And on the defensive end as well, Jimmy. I mean, with Purdue only having 2 turnovers, the transition up.
Not turning the ball over. But they only have 5 field goal attempts compared to 11 right now. That's 6 compared to Purdue. Why the difference? You know what I mean? Defensively, Purdue has been able to lock in, play position defense, get the ball out of the hands of the major scorers, and then be able to transition that over to their end of the court and then make Wisconsin pay from the defensive perspective. See, right here. The play is strong side, shift, get it to the second side. If you don't have a shot, manipulate the defense again and get something better. And that's Purdue basketball. Been flawless. 4 assists to 1 turnover here in the second half. And they kind of go to Trey Kaufman rim when they need a tough basket, need to slow some things down. And then they hit you back with, and here it is, a kind of cross to come up, and Loyer to turn the corner.
That's it. And but I mean, you can count on that. That action is Boyd has it denied by Kaufman-Renn. Smith on the find to the corner. Harris off the dribble. He got it.
You know, they talked about, okay, his size, would he be able to fit in the Big Ten, the physicality, does he have the quickness? But you can never underestimate a young man's heart and desire to be the best of what he can be.
And we've seen it over and over again as Bieljauskas misses underneath. And here is Braden Smith with that hop step. He is 1 assist away from owning the Big Ten assist record on his own. Instead, Clough dancing down the lane.
Just coming down the court and just setting a pick and roll in the middle. It's off of movement. Now it gives him an advantage. It gives his team an advantage. So having the combination of excellent teammates over the years, but in the perfect system for his game, has allowed him to flourish and accomplish something very special.
And knowing that system better and better as the years go by, as that's tapped out off the miss from Kinziger. Blackwell had it poked away. Meyer got a hand in. Smith with the head up on the find to the wing. Extra pass for Meyer. They'll thin it out. It's Harris for Meyer on the shot fake, and Wisconsin gets back.
Yeah, notice the discipline by Purdue not to just force a shot up. And now you end up with a little better shot. Yeah, force one later. But that was a good step back because he was uncontested. He just didn't use his legs on the shot.
Winter the drop off. It's Blackwell the miss, and there goes Braden Smith flying through the air. He scans the horizon. He puts it between the legs against Rhodey, who got the hand in. Smith's comfort with the basketball always on display. Down low, Clough, tough handle, out of bounds to Purdue when we come back. Is that right?
And then I end up leaving it there. Nothing gets done.
Hold the phone. It's another baseline inbound, and it's a 3 that's no good for Harris. Purdue was up 7 at the half. They swelled it to 24. This was a lively crowd early, and rightfully so. Wisconsin was hanging around.
And they lost a little bit. The Badgers did momentum ending that first half. And then the first 3 to 5 minutes of the...
By the way, coming up, which is hard to come by in the Big Ten. But then after that, they have 6 of 8 on the road. Anytime you have a homestand, you know you're paying for it at some point.
You know, but the more veteran the team is, the better you're able to absorb that many games on the road. See Rhodey right there. Okay.
Has gotten to the line a bunch tonight eventually. This is the 17th, 9.5. 9 of their 11 points, 10 of their 12 are for Boyd after halftime.
Wisconsin just 2 for 12, 16% here, 0 for 6 from behind the three-point line in the second half.
Smith on the drive. He'll put it up and roll it off. Clough bats it to Boyd. Blackwell pull up, saw it coming, and he missed it wide. Rebound Clough. Could this be the play where Braden Smith has the Big Ten assist record on his own? He has a chance to break Bobby Hurley's all-time record for assists. Benter step in, and he puts it through.
That's some elite company. Bobby Hurley and I came out of high school together, in college together at the same time. And you're talking about being compared to probably one of the best premier point guards that ever played the game in college basketball.
For those who didn't see him, by the way, that was not a Smith assist on the previous make. He's still, and we're on an assist watch. Every pass we're hanging on. Why was Bobby Hurley so good?
Well, one, he was the son of the legendary Bob Hurley Sr. as coach. St. Anthony's there in New Jersey, just knew how to play. Here's it is.
That's perfect. The perfect assist to break the all-time Big Ten record. Braden Smith on a drop-off to the big, and Club pays it off. And the Purdue fans know it behind that bench. The all-time assist leader, the best player in Big Ten history, and setting up his teammates is Braden Smith of Westfield, Indiana.
You think about the names that have graced the Big Ten from a point guard perspective, from a Steve Alford, Isaiah Thomas, Mateen Cleaves, a Magic Johnson, Steve Smith, Cassius. You go down the list, and at the top of the tier is a young man from Westfield, Indiana, named Braden Smith.
The all-time leading scorer when he came on to Westfield, and the all-time assist leader in this storied conference. The Purdue fans were just chanting Braden Smith during the beginning part of this Wisconsin possession as Hayden Jones scores.
He's talking about leaving an imprint. Well, you know, on your with your university, whatever happens this season. Of course, his whole goal is to cap everything off with a national championship.
And look at the slow motion pivot, and he somehow finds Clough. That looked like it was underwater, but every move mattered. Now he's just making it harder for some poor kid that's 12 years old right now to come break his own record. It was going to happen at some point. Here on the Big Ten tour, set up off the dribble. But the level of self-assuredness he has about his spots, as you're talking about earlier, and where those passes go and where to put them, is a 10 out of 10.
But the confidence doesn't bleed over to arrogance, and I think that's the fine and thin line he doesn't cross. Yeah, he'll chirp, he'll talk a little bit, but it's all about the game itself, okay?
A tournament a couple years ago, a 116 college basketball.
Where anything at that point can happen.
So far tonight, and Winter, who went to halftime with 9, just scored expensive surgery they perform, as you put it earlier. But their defensive efficiency has been phenomenal in the second half. And since that Iowa State loss, they have been a different defensive team.
Think about this. Purdue only has 1 steal, okay? So it's not like they're just harassing Wisconsin to these turnovers, but what they do is they shrink the court, they close out under control, they force a team to bake and take tough twos, and then, like I said, right here, now they gave it up, but they finished the defensive play with a rebound. And that's just solid defense.
Wisconsin in the second half has 4 field goals. They're 4 for 16. Kaufman-Renn somehow missed that. He's going to wonder how he missed that all night.
I thought he took a dribble and got a little closer. No one was around him.
Slithering down the lane. Wrap met by Clough. Fits Winter. And it's good.
Good patience that time by Wisconsin. Can you make a little run? I mean, can you cut this lead, 19-point lead, down to under double digits by about the 3-minute mark?
And then if you put game pressure on Purdue.
That's right. You go.
There's a live ball turnover, which has not happened tonight. Kaufman-Renn tried to foul, didn't get it. And it's 2 for Rapp. We'll see what Matt Painter has to say about that in the timeout department.
Yeah, and here comes the crowd. So 17-point game.
Yeah, just the flickering of a pilot light for now.
That's right. You're at home. With the stops necessary.
Smith roaming. Kaufman-Renn to Loyer. One dribble. Missed it for three. Batted in the air. Our friend Pete Thamel wrote a story in which Ginny, mom, said their house in Westfield, quote, smells like gym. So congratulations to Ginny and Dustin and Braden and the entire family for that scent paying off into this.
It's all worth it when the smelly shoes and the sweaty clothes and the socks, you know. Don't forget the scent in the car after events.
Oh, that's a special one. That's a special. Yeah, you go to the car wash and you say, just everything.
There's everything.
All of it, please.
New car smell. I want vanilla aroma. I want everything.
Tipped away, Wisconsin trailing by 17. That could have been a carry on Boyd. Then he takes a Euro step just to tempt fate. And a tip for Winter.
Again, they got it to 15 before Wisconsin did, and then Purdue got it back up to 19. So that kind of that line of demarcation, can you get it down past 15, 13 to 12?
It's a big possession in the game pressure department.
It really is. I mean, in today's game with the three ball, you can cut into a lead.
Smith short.
A lot easier. And an 18-point lead doesn't hold up like it used to in the past.
Especially with the way Wisconsin makes threes.
Yep.
10 a game, and that's going to be a foul that sends
both of these shots, especially the second one.
.14 turns to 13, 4.5 to go. 9 straight games between Purdue and Wisconsin decided by 10 or fewer. Look like that might change tonight. We'll find out. Off the double, Smith taken away. Janicki, no, going a little bit too fast. It is on
Clough's elbow.
I think you're right, Jimmy. I think it cleared Clough. So Purdue has it, and we get a whistle called on the far side by Keith Kimball. Purdue will go to the line, but we come back. That young man trying to create some distance for Purdue here.
90-91 was just NBA talent everywhere.
Yeah.
But the way they dominated non-conference and then their conference season by destroying teams is very reminiscent of what we're seeing with Michigan. Just pure dominance. And how about Piakowski? You know, his family actually is from Toledo, Ohio.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Piakowski and I were teammates together for the Houston Rockets, and we talked about it a lot.
How about that?
His father played ball in Toledo, yeah. See, he's the best player to ever come out of Toledo, Ohio. He and Steve Mitch.
Yeah. And Mike Hessman. Winter falls on the ball. It's Boyd to the lane. And
time tried to back out of a double.
You got Boyd, who's now, they don't have that kind of time, but they are within 11. There's some more ball pressure on Smith from Janicki this time. And he's right there on his hip again.
And they're pushing him out closer to half court, too, so.
Kaufman-Renn has choices. He'll float it and miss it. Clough steps through. Loyer wide open. It's a bullseye. Fletcher Loyer. That might have been the one. Wrap the answer, no sir. Wrap the reload, no. Blackwell, guy behind me just said again. Let's see if they do.
One more try.
Yes, they do. It's Boyd, no. Rebound again, taken by Kaufman-Renn.
You had 3 chances. The last one was a tougher look, but Rat will take those all day. Now the clock is an ally for Purdue. You would have believed this thing under double digits of the clock. Get it down to about 8 in attack. Or you just get to your spot. Smith. We talked about this in little do I know that you would just be conspiring against me right here.
Oh, I don't conspire.
Oh,
I do it in clear view. Here's Loyer on the lean in, had it blocked away, and that's out of bounds.
3LC.
That's good too.
It's the generics. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Hey, listen, since this is, I still got a question for you. And I left the tease there about the Boomers.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Sooners. Hold on, let's see what this is.
That's good for 2. It's 16-point game. You were talking about the Sooners and how they got the name.
So in Oklahoma, when they were a territory before they were statehood,
okay,
a lot of Oklahomians would boom the government, or really the government for Lee Jane and Pickard and a lot of the names that you've heard, Cassidy, Sundance Kid, and all of these heroes and stuff.
We're going to tie up here, and this will go to Purdue. Well, you know, Fox, I just was told in my ear that they loved our pitch meeting so much. We're going to do Jason and Jimmy's book club every Saturday night right after Fox Primetime Hoops.
We're going to do it at a local cigar bar near you.
That's right. Holding signs that say, I love cheese.
That's right.
Into the corner, C.J. Cox misses for 3. It's a rebound for Rep. Wisconsin put up a good fight, but Purdue was overwhelming in that early part of the second half to build too large of a lead, and the Boilermakers are going to go to 3-0 in the Big Ten. Surprisingly so for just the 3rd time under Matt Painter. They've been very good, averaging 23 wins a year, but usually there's an early loss in Big Ten play.
Well, I just think it tells you how good and deep the Big Ten has always been, too, for a program like this, ran by a coach who's undeniably one of the best in the game. To have this happen few and far in between.
Wrap one more time. That's a miss. Wisconsin ends up going 4 for 26 from 3, and the Boilers defense puts the clamps down in Madison, which has been tough sledding at points. Purdue, number 5 of the country, a winner, 89-73.
Tonight was special. For you to come in unheralded, to prove yourself. We were talking about some of the labels of being too small, not being athletic enough, but yet and still, you did something special. 893 assists. All-time leader in Big Ten assists. What does that mean for you and your family?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's obviously a huge accomplishment, and obviously, like, it's awesome to have, but, I mean, what's more important to me, and I know everybody's going to lose their mind, but, like, it's the win. Like, I just want to win, and that's why we came back, and that's the goal. So, for that, I was put around a lot of good teammates and guys that can put the ball in the hoop and make my job easier.